Powerful aftershocks continue to rock Myanmar as the death toll in the aftermath of a massive earthquake rises to 1,700. Search for survivors continues in neighbouring Thailand, where rescuers face challenging conditions to reach under the rubble left by the collapse of a high-rise building. And an action-packed Day 3 at the Kai Tak Stadium concludes this year's Hong Kong Sevens, with the SAR men's and women's team claiming top honours in the Melrose Claymores. Good evening. You're now watching Cable News. I'm Cheryl Yun. Rescuers are still looking for survivors 2 days after a massive 7.7 magnitude earthquake struck close to Myanmar's second largest city, Mandalay. The death toll has risen to over 1,600, and thousands are still believed to be trapped under the rubble. Jeremy Zhu reports.
In Neighbouring, one of the worst-hit areas, a 3-story hospital was partially destroyed, with its basement completely collapsed. A rescue team from Yunnan province joined in the relief effort at the hospital, and using specialized equipment, they located signs of life and hours later pulled out an elderly man who was trapped for nearly 40 hours. The Chinese embassy in Myanmar confirmed 13 mainland nationals were injured. Satellite images revealed that the control tower at Neighbouring International Airport had collapsed after the earthquake, forcing the airfield to shut down. The United Nations reported multiple medical facilities are damaged and warned of severe shortages of blood supplies, anesthetics, and basic medicines. The world body has pledged $5 million in aid. Meanwhile, the Hong Kong government has allocated $30 million from its disaster relief fund to help the victims of the disaster. Chief Executive John Lee said that officials are coordinating with Myanmar's Consul General in Hong Kong to collect and deliver necessary relief supplies. The 51-member Hong Kong rescue team, which departed yesterday, has already taken 9 tons of aid. Although international aid is arriving, damaged roads and collapsed bridges are hampering distribution.
The difficulty for now is we're out of power, out of water, and out of any network. So we are in the dry season. So the temperature in Mandalay, Neighbouring can easily go up beyond 40 degrees. For the people of Myanmar, you can imagine how they were suffering.
Myanmar's military rulers are fighting a civil war against pro-democracy rebel groups on multiple fronts. The natural disaster has further complicated the situation. The shadow National Unity Government, the leading opposition force to the army rule, announced a 2-week pause in military operations to assist relief efforts. Jeremy Zhu, Cable News.
In neighbouring Thailand, where the impact of the earthquake was not as severe as Myanmar, intermittent rain hampered rescue efforts as emergency teams continued to look for survivors after an under-construction high-rise building collapsed in the capital, Bangkok. So far, 17 people have been reported killed, while 80 others are still unaccounted for. Evelyn Bai reports.
Last night, rescue teams recovered 2 more bodies from the site of a collapsed high-rise near Bangkok's famous Chatuchak market. Thai authorities continue to search for those trapped under the rubble, using search dogs and heat sensors. The massive pile of debris created by the collapse is deemed unstable and could trap rescue teams if it caves in further. This emergency worker said the rain has made their efforts more challenging. Bangkok's deputy governor inspected the disaster site and consulted with experts on how to proceed further.
As you can see, a 30 floors building collapse. It means that it's stacked up like a pancake. So with this kind of scenario, it's really difficult to get in and secure the parameter and make sure that the structure is strong enough for us to actually get through. We adapt strategy and tactical as time goes by, as the site has been analyzed and how many of the people that reported. But we are not going to stop no matter what until we are sure that we actually try to rescue everyone out.
Meanwhile, family members of those still missing continue a tense wait in makeshift tents nearby.
He hopes that she will survive inside.
Among them is a worker who managed to escape during the incident, but is still waiting for his missing girlfriend. Thailand's Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra has ordered an expert committee to investigate the building's collapse, with a report expected within the week. Evelyn Bai, Cable News.
Back locally, a spectacular Hong Kong Rugby Sevens concluded successfully at the newly opened Kai Tak Stadium this evening. Team Hong Kong walked away with double honours, claiming the men's and women's titles in the Melrose Claymores. Jeremy Zhu reports.
In the thrilling final, Argentina defeated France 12-7 to win the Hong Kong Rugby Sevens. In the Women's Cup final, New Zealand completed a hat-trick, defeating bitter rivals Australia 26-19. Earlier in the day, the Hong Kong men's squad defeated the national team 38-5 in the Melrose Claymores final, and the SAR women's team completed the emphatic double by beating Kazakhstan 45-5. Despite the chilly weather and the open roof, nothing dampened the carnival spirit inside the stadium. Eager spectators began entering the venue before noon, with some arriving as early as 8:30 a.m. to claim seats. Costumed fans braved the drizzle in creative attire. Some men were wearing cheongsams, while another wore fish-shaped headgear for warmth. Culture, Sports and Tourism Secretary Rosanna Law conducted inspections at the venue, expressing satisfaction with the turnout while acknowledging spectators waiting in long queues at food kiosks yesterday. She said additional staff and supplies have been dispatched today to improve service flow. World Rugby Chief Executive Alan Gilpin also expressed his confidence in the organization of the event.
Again, brilliant stadium. Every new stadium around the world has challenges when you first open and no matter how much testing you do, you first put 100,000 people through. That's going to put a bit of pressure on the queues. So whatever challenges they've experienced, I'm sure they're dealing with and overcoming.
Jeremy Zhu, Cable News.
Executive Councillor Jeffrey Lam said Hong Kong's economy is stronger than the negative portrayals by some critics, adding that representatives of the Hong Kong General Chamber of Commerce will be visiting the U.S. next month to boost the global understanding of the SAR.
Taking to the airwaves, Lam highlighted the important role of the business sector in fostering communication amidst the ongoing U.S.-China trade conflict. He also highlighted how foreign enterprises like the leading French aeronautic services company Elia Group is planning to set up its Asia headquarters in Hong Kong. He believed the move is a step towards positioning Hong Kong as Asia's primary hub for aircraft parts processing and trading, further solidifying its global standing in aviation. Additionally, Lam urged the public to withhold criticism towards Li Ka-shing's CK Hutchison Holdings after the company decided to sell 2 of its ports in Panama. Critics are not even familiar with the terms of the deal, Lam added. He said it was normal for businesses to acquire or divest their assets and called on the public to wait and see how Hutchison handles the sale.
The SAR's lineup of mega events during the ongoing Super March period, which concludes tomorrow, has attracted over 3.4 million visitors this month. The 12% yearly increase included 960,000 foreign arrivals. Jeremy Zhu tells us more.
Writing on his weekly blog, Financial Secretary Paul Chan detailed his recent Art Basel experience, where he engaged with both international art collectors and local school groups. The premier art fair featured 240 galleries from 42 countries, with many dealers reporting robust sales. Some pieces were snapped up during the preview before the event commenced. The Hong Kong Sevens rugby tournament has proved equally successful, with a record attendance of 140,000 spectators over 3 days. The demand was strong, with all 60 corporate boxes being sold out in advance. Urban Culture Festival Complex Con delivered impressive results too, attracting 35,000 attendees who spent $87 million during the 3-day event. Parallel to these events, high-level finance summits brought thousands of global financiers and business leaders to Hong Kong. Chen noted that the international guests praised the city's revived vibrancy, improved market sentiment, and the launch of new IPOs has boosted investor confidence. Chen said the government will continue curating high-value events to attract business travelers and stimulate economic activity across sectors. Jeremy Zhu, Cable News.
As the DSE exams draw near, a youth counseling organization has urged parents to provide more support to their children who are appearing for the test. The welfare group revealed that over 80% of candidates are physically and mentally stressed and exhausted.
A survey conducted this month by NGO Hokyao Club, which interviewed over 900 Form 6 students, unveiled an average stress level of 6.9 out of 10, slightly higher than last year's 6.77. About 23% even indicated that they are experiencing an extremely high level of stress. Intense competition and a rise in the number of students taking the exam were contributing factors to the increase in stress levels. Over 70% of the students are struggling to stay focused and motivated, while more than 60% are prone to mood swings, the survey stated. Most respondents said the nervousness and anxiety stem from future education plans, lack of study time, and high self-expectations. Many said studying English as a core subject was extremely stressful. While advising students to pay attention to their stress symptoms, maintain a healthy daily routine, and establish a revision timetable, the group also urged parents to avoid treating the exams as a life or death situation and to provide more practical support, such as preparing meals or organizing transport for their children.
On to the weather now. The chilly weather is here to stay with a minimum temperature of 14 degrees tomorrow. Mostly overcast with moderate northeasterly winds. Temperatures will rise gradually starting midweek. That's our news tonight. I'm Cheryl Yun. Thanks for watching and good night.